Good afternoon, everyone. This is Henry Gambell with SimplerTrading.com, and in tonight's free video, I wanted to bring you a couple of longer duration signals. The end of the year, we'll see if the Santa rally decides to show up or not. But these bigger picture ideas I think are worth taking with you into 2021. And I like the idea of Teledoc eventually moving up into 275. Now, there will be some resistance as we work our way up. You can see that these previous swings have left some stranded buyers. But what I'm looking at is that low compression squeeze off of the 3-day chart, and also trying to time this as we get closer to their earnings. If you can pick up the either at the monies or sometimes even out of the money calls and catch them directionally into earnings, you do not hold through the report, but then sell those to people that are making bets on just that binary event. That can be a great way to put the kind of the wind of implied volatility to your back, and I think that that'll be a great trade to look for in the weeks ahead. I also wanted to point out Docusign, which has another, somewhat similar, but I actually think maybe similar signal but better pattern, where you've got the 3-day where momentum of the squeeze continues to head higher. Studying this on its most basic level, you can see back here where this transition of red dots into these black and then green, all it's trying to show you is compression of price and then expansion of price. And when it starts to expand, the idea that it can begin to trend. So if you see that last signal and the last example of movement in price, I think that you've got something like that similar that is starting to happen. I will defend that point of view all the way down into 225 on Docusign. So allow for some back and forth, maybe a little bit of volatility if needed, but that's going to be a name that I think you do want to focus on the buy side of. And the last is going to be DraftKings. So DraftKings is more of a signal off of the daily chart, but it's the same way to study these patterns, that when you have such a significant correction, if you can start to see good closes above the 618 retracement, which is not shown on this chart because it has been cleared, but you clear that 618 and then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to look back to these old squeezes. This one was okay, maybe a little bit more sloppy, but look at the one that followed just a couple of weeks later. That was an excellent directional signal, and now you've got the same thing showing up on the daily charts. So the basic idea is that you try to buy the rising 21-day moving average, and as that continues to move higher, you work your way into the first target of the old high at 64.19, and then the move into the extension, it's going to be closer to 72. So I don't know the exact specific timing on these. I'm not in any of these yet, but it is going to be a place that I continue to review into the end of the year and then focus my efforts in 2021. So I hope that's helpful. You guys have a very Merry Christmas, and we'll see you at the next free video.